moved to another country. That's what's happened to a group of Kiwis living in Australia. They're among several hundred detainees on day 10 of a hunger strike at Perth's Yongah Hill Detention Centre. Since Australia changed its immigration laws in 2014, New Zealanders can be deported if officials believe they pose a threat to the country. Hundreds of New Zealanders being held in detention centres, often for years at a time. Earlier today, Kanoa spoke to Kiwi detainee Paul Mackersmith.
Paul, how are you feeling at the moment?
I'm feeling a bit tired. It's been 10 days that we've been on hunger strike. People are being sick. People are going to medical. People are dropping.
Can you remember the last thing you ate?
The last thing I ate was a packet of noodles.
Okay, and how are you managing to stay standing right now?
Well, at this time, mostly we save our energy from this camp here. We've been sleeping outside. So the less movement we do, the better. But it's been hard because it's been like 40 degrees.
So you're putting yourselves through hell for a reason. Why are you doing this strike?
What we're doing is to let the Australian government and the parliament to realise what's going on here. What they're doing is wrong. I've been here for 2.5 years and I've witnessed with my own eyes with the mental health, the PTSD, the struggles. Refugees have been here for 9 years. 9 years. 9 years, even 10 years. I've met people here that have been here for 10 years.
The Australian government, of course, says there's no strike, that they've seen protesters eating and drinking. Who's telling the truth?
The government denies everything of what's going on here. There's too many people that we've seen that break down. There's too many suicides in the past in here. There's too many. It's just getting out of control here.
So the Australian government, you say, is lying about this?
Of course.
Paul, you are facing the potential of coming to New Zealand. You don't know anybody here. You've never really had a life here. What do you imagine that life might be like if you get sent here?
You build your life over in here and you're going back to New Zealand. You know, you got to start over again. You know, and a lot of the guys that do go back to New Zealand, we got no money, nothing, because we spent it on lawyers and all that. You know.
How is this going to end?
What it needs to be end is the Parliament. We need Labour and Greens to come together and need to shut these places down.
Thank you guys for making time to talk about this, especially given what you're putting yourselves through at the moment. Best of luck.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, it's such a... I think a lot of us have been watching the news in the US, looking at the US-Mexico border and the government shutdown, looking at what's happening with Brexit and thinking, oh, those are pretty full-on political situations. Lucky nothing like that is happening here. And yet, just across the ditch, we've got our